It's Saturday, we had a load of rain last night, it's now sunny. Just moving the chipper back round for Rob, it's just been up for AdBlue and diesel. And the guard's just opened on its own. Will we make it round in one loop? Or is it going to hit that straw trailer in the shed behind? Didn't really get much chance to film it because the sun was in my eyes, but we're trying to turn the chip around in this gap here, but the elevator sticks right out the back, so we've got it now. A few shunts though. So, some quality linchpins there, Sam. Sam's taking off this little digger back actor off this 35 massive. Is it 35 or a 135? You could take the loader off as well. And he's decided to do it in a puddle. Are you going to do the tractor up then? Maybe.
Behind the other trucks.
So we're in Wrexham now, and there's 20 trucks about to leave onto the road, heading towards Ukraine and Poland. It's a bit chaotic. just what wouldn't fit on the wagons. There's a strong smell of pallet wrap. So there's 30 trucks left today. That was just some of them leaving, and then there's another, I think, 60 to go that's been collected, and they're actually going to get deep into the Ukraine. Not them trucks, but it's going to be broken down and sent to the Ukraine where it's needed. It's just amazing how much there's been going on. And this Anna that you've just seen with the glasses on, she's the one that's organised it all, sort of like getting the volunteers together. We've just promoted and rallied troops and provided storage space, as these guys have this Lloyd's place in Wrexham, which is amazing. And then they've got it charities at the other end that she's linked with to redistribute it.
The one guy who I know, his name is Konstantin.
This was the edge of the flood yesterday where we put the stick in. And as you can see, it's pretty much, I would say, although it's still half the size, I would say 3/4 of the water has drained away, because obviously the higher it is, the more surface area it's covering. It's still flowing pretty well now. You can see the trench is still full and it's still running in and slowly disappearing. So maybe by Monday that might have gone, hopefully. But there is a pipe all the way under there, because we took the stone trailer into about somewhere there. You can hear the drainer going behind me there, behind that tree. You see it? I'll walk down now and have a look at the outlet, see how that's flowing. So there's the pipe there, still flowing, pretty much full bore. It's hard to see because it's obviously like coming out full bore, but then oozing out the perforations along, then coming out there. But that's the result. You see there actually. Just logged on to my mate Will's weather station, and we actually had 3 mil of rain in Lim, so he's sort of over there. So we had 3 mil yesterday night. So it's, that flood obviously would have gone bigger if that pipe wasn't in. So if you can add that to it, it obviously has drained better than we actually can see. So we're in this field now. It's quite long and narrow, and it's got 3 oak trees in the middle, hence why we now call it 3 Oaks. So we've got some pipes in here really deep, and we're taking them right to the end of the field, so there'll be like 3 stripes down the field. We'll see how that works, and if we need to add any more, we'll put some intermediates between them. They are quite wide apart, but we're hoping we're going to hit the old drainage system and link into it, because we've gone deeper than it, to try and drain it all off. So there's one run right the way, that way, and another one now all the way that way. I'm going to put another one over there between the other tree, and in that top corner I think there's a pond that we can do some short ones into, where the field dog leg drowned. But you can see how wet it's been when we've been sort of spraying it in the past. So you can see the wheel marks here. I think that's probably when the combine turned, when we were cutting it. It's like sandy clay, you could probably describe that as. Run out of pipe now till Monday before it gets delivered, so we're in the middle of a trench. Obviously we don't want to lose where we're up to and have to mess around connecting, so we're just going to drop the drainer off where it is and leave it here until we come back with more pipe. Looks like we've got a bit of top link ball failure here. It's because it's a cat 3 ball, I think, put on a cat 2 pin someone's done, so it's been shattering and damaging itself. So lucky we've spotted it before it fails on the road. There we go, that's unhinged now, that can live here until Monday. James is just loading up now with the Hyundai, so that we can stone up these drains we've just done on the 1455. Sounds a beast. Loading it diagonal means that we don't need that plate on the front that I forgot to put on. It's quite handy. Oh, it's a bit rough, this tractor. Sounds well. this headland needs draining, but this is where the petrol pipeline comes underneath and we can't do it yet. There we go. Open that a bit more. Stir it up now nicely. Put a thin layer on the top. If stone was not the dearest part of the job, we'd fill it right to the top, but it's actually cheaper to put more pipes. With it being quite a high clay content, we'll let it bake a bit this one before we fill it in as well, and then that way it won't slump as well. James is loading up again behind me. Stone trailer's working really well. We might put a little bit of a flap, or like a funnel that we can drop in the trench, so you can just drive along and it'll always hit it. But if the trench is straight and you're driving a straight line, it does make it a lot easier. But a lot of people did comment yesterday and said about that. The only other thing as well is this slope on it. Because we're using like recycled stuff that's not really, doesn't flow that well. That slope's maybe not as severe as it could be. You have to jump in on the brakes. But jumping on the brakes on soft ground doesn't really stop that quick. So I've had to come back with a couple of ton left in and then top it back up again to go back again and do another load. I think I've got the hang of it now. Just swap with James so I can get a video of it working. You can hear the sound. Needs to come this way slightly, but first time he's driven it as well. If you keep it revving, it hits that plate and just drops vertical. Working well. Got the tractor dirty though. Sounds awesome. Bit bumpy going over the trench. That's getting near the end of today. We obviously went to the trucks this morning leaving for Ukraine. Amazing. I think there's going to be 80 trucks that Anna's managed to sort out, and a Dharma through some contacts I had that used to live in Ukraine but now work for a Dharma in Czech Republic, and then some people that I've got to know through BASF that now work for Dharma. They're sponsoring quite a lot of trucks and the ones that are going to move the stuff from our place, and they've also took some out of John's yard as well, so hopefully they're going to do a lot more of that for us, which is just amazing because it's getting the stuff over there, and we're actually managing to get it inside the Ukraine as well to people that need it in there, which is again tremendous. Terrible things though I've heard about kids being put on trains with just the names in the pocket on a piece of paper because the parents have been killed in the conflict. It's just absolutely horrendous. I mean, I can see this black sky behind me as I'm talking, and that's really what we're facing at the moment in Europe. You know, real dull black sky, depressing times. But anything we can do can help is amazing. If anyone does want to sponsor some trucks, send me a message and I can put you in the right direction where you can basically just settle some of the invoices for some of the transport for moving the stuff. Okay, now for donations at the moment, everything's in, it just needs to get moved out there. A little bit of a relaxation as well from the government about getting stuff into Europe, so I've had an email about that, so thank you to Maria Eagle and Esther McVeigh that were sort of lobbying on my behalf for that. That's spot on. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed Saturday. Bit of a mismatch. I've tried to condense the wagons together. They got a little bit mixed out, spaced out, trying to get them all through that yard at the same time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. The birthday bumper's the outro. I thought that was the end of today's video, but I'm now stuck, so we're going to have to get a chain from over there off the other tractor and pull me out. And I've now got an unbalanced wheel as well. So park there, thought it'd be fine. You can see where it's sunk a bit. set off, just dropped straight in a rut there with that back wheel, and it just won't move. It's because it's heavy, because it's got batteries under it. 2 ton, that should get it. Try that. It's just like stuck in a rut, won't move. Rubbish tyres, all about fuel economy. See in the camera, the strain. Take the strain, and then hopefully it should back up. There we go, we're moving. The car can sense it's slipping now and just keeps cutting the drive, which is slightly annoying. It's like it's trying to be clever because it thinks I'm skidding, but then in the same thing, sometimes you just need to be able to roam it backwards and forwards. But with it being a half hybrid, it's not ideal. There we go, I'm out now. James can stop. He'll have to now because the strap snapped. Oh well. Saves cutting the end off the strap. Right, we're out. Need to put it in mud and rut mode. I thought it was in it, but it wasn't. It was in grass, gravel and snow, but in mud and rut mode. It's going on its own.